God's name is a spinathon?
Well, I suppose where do you start? Spinning is a recreation that people have taken up and is very, very popular over all of Northern Ireland, over everywhere.
What is it?
Well, it's spinning on a bike. It's a bike that's indoor, and it's
a stationary bike.
A stationary bike, and you cycle on it.
I had some vision in my head of a disc on the ground and people spinning around on it. No. You're on a bike.
You're on a bike, and the spinathon, it's like a marathon. We are calling it a spinathon because we're going to be going for 24 hours.
Non-stop?
Non-stop, through the night. We're starting at 12 o'clock and finishing at 12 o'clock the next day.
Where is it happening?
It's happening up at the school there, St. Paul's High School, Bestbrook.
A school renowned for its charitable outreaches.
Yes, we have done a lot of work for Romania and Kenya, and we always have different events through the year for liver and different organisations.
Yeah. It seems to be very much at the heart of the ethos of the school.
Well, one of the things of the St. Paul's is love, and we're rooted in charity, and it's one of the things that comes across very highly in the school is charity.
Yeah, when you go into your school, now I've been in it once or twice, there is a very, very good, warm, uplifting feeling. There is a respect in the air.
It's something I've been in St. Paul's from back in the day, as the pupils would say, and it's something I can't put my finger on. We call it's the St. Paul's way. And if you were to ask me what is it, I couldn't put my finger on it.
But you do understand what I'm talking about.
It's like an ethos in the school. It's there. It's caring. It's a community. It's everything that's good.
Yeah. Your new man settling in well.
Oh, Jarlath, Jarlath's a great fella. Great fella. Real hands-on principal, first class. Anytime you go to him, like I went to him and asked him would he keep the school open for 24 hours. Not even a flinch, of course.
Yeah, of
course, and that is, he's that type of principal. He goes the extra mile to accommodate.
Yeah, it's called a can-do philosophy.
He's a can-do. He's a can-do and not a can-not.
And you know the opposite to the can-nots. Oh, I don't know. Oh, leave it with me. Oh, I'll have to check that. But you said, Jarlath, 20. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
and
the thing about Jarlath too is we did a run there, the Santa run, and it was for charity as well. And Jarlath took part.
Yeah.
And I was in his office there just before I come down here, and he's mad keen to take part in this.
In the spinathon.
He leads by example.
Oh, it's the way forward. I remember once making a film on the poets of South Ulster, Art McCooey and the like, and I needed someone to read an Irish poem. Now I haven't got 2 words of Irish in my head, but Jarlath read it on the shores of Campbell Lake. And I was enthralled. The flow of the words, the beauty of the construction, the musicality of the words, and the wonderful delivery and the natural delivery of Jarlath Burns.
He's very big, he's very broad, you know, his knowledge would be fairly broad. It's not, people would say Jarlath sport.
No,
Jarlath's
it's beyond that.
And the Irish and the culture and everything else.
Who are you getting in to do this spinning for
well,
24 hours?
Well, it's launching on Tuesday at 12 o'clock, and we have Simon Best from Irish Rugby. We have Joe Kiernan, and everybody in Armagh will know Joe.
Yeah.
And we also have...
You said Simon Best?
Simon Best, that's Rory's brother. That's
I see.
Remember the guy that he got injured and he had to give up rugby?
Yes.
Well, that's Rory's brother, and he was a full Irish international. We're also Aaron Burns, who plays for Linfield.
Okay.
He's played for Northern Ireland as well. And we have a lot of our own students. Like we have Blaise McKnight, who is Ulster Rugby. We have the 2 Mackin sisters, who Amy, who plays soccer for Northern Ireland, and a Gaelic All-Star. Her sister Blahin, who's an All-Star. Jarlath Burns' son, Charlie Oak, is a college's All-Star. Louise Kenny, All-Star. We have world champion Irish dancers. We have...
You've no problem filling the schedule.
We will fill the hall. And we have Armagh, as the day progresses, we have... Hopefully Benny will be in, Benny Coulter, the Down guys, Kevin McKiernan. It'll be exciting.
And the kind of time they'll spend on the bike? What is it down to?
Well, this is what it's not about going in and having to be fit. It's going in, if you want to spend 5 minutes on the bike, 5 minutes is long enough. If you want to spend an hour on the bike, if there's availability, you spend an hour on the bike. If you don't have to go up, it's going to be like a social event. We want people to come up and even look at it and be part of it and get their photo on Facebook and enjoy it. And above all, throw a few
bob into the pot.
That's
and
the main.
that few pounds going to go where?
Well, we're covering the four charities will be the Southern Area Hospice.
Yes.
We're covering Marie Curie, Macmillan, and we're also doing the Children's Hospice.
You're kind of at the start of life and the end of life caring experience.
Yeah, and like our school's very child-centred, and the Children's Hospice, and we have, over the years, we've present pupils going through a hard time with cancer. We have teachers. When I started, I always remember the first person I bumped into was Imelda Hughes, and she died in the hospice. My mother died in the hospice. There's aunts, there's uncles, there's parents, there's children going through an awful time, and I felt there, or we felt there, that it was very important that those four charities cover the whole spectrum.
And it's to the great dishonour of the health service that it's left to people doing spin-a-thons to fund it. The government should be funding it up front.
Of course, and I'm not a politician, and I don't want to really get into that, but we have a wee bit of an advantage because we're a huge school. We're one of the biggest schools in Ireland, and we're so rooted in the community. We have, like what I would call in football terms, we have a massive fan base, and there's everybody in our school's been touched. Our families have been touched by cancer in some way or another, and we have that wee bit of advantage that we can raise a few pounds and we can get it out there.
You're doing okay at the football recently.
Well,
where is that coming from?
Well, the football, we always had football.
Yeah, but I mean, it was Abbey and Coleman's in the McRory.
Yeah,
never Paul's until now.
Well, St. Paul's, John Rafferty, when John Rafferty joined St. Paul's, Marty Rafferty, Marty O'Rourke, Barry Shannon, all the guys, you know, it's unfair, Neil McSherry, it's unfair to Stephen Kearney. It's unfair to name these names because there's staff, there's loads of staff involved.
So is it flowing from the experience of the people who are staffing?
Yeah, we're very passionate about Gaelic football in St. Paul's. And I think the pinnacle of all sports is to play McCrory Cup football. Yeah. And when I was involved with teams, we were involved with the vocation, and we got the All-Ireland finals. We won Ulsters, and but there's the next step, and we've taken that. We went to McLaren, we won the McLaren, we won the All-Ireland, and we got beaten in a McCrory final, and we were unlucky. We got beat this year, but it's great to be known as a McCrory school.
Did you beat Coleman's this year?
Well, yes, we beat St. Coleman's, and I have a sister that teaches in St. Coleman's, and I have sons that went to St. Coleman's, and my nephews played. So, yes, we beat them. And I put it this way, I was very glad we
look at you. It's a sin if you take pleasure from it, I tell you.
I took pleasure from it.
Yeah.
You know, to beat a team like St. Coleman's, who are just you know, you mention St. Coleman's, you think of McCrory.
Yeah, you do, of course. You do, of course.
It just goes.
You do, of course.
Just comes off the tongue.
They quake in college assemblages all over the land at the name St. Coleman's, but now they're beginning to, if not quake, they're beginning to quiver a wee bit at the mention of St. Paul's.
Well, St. Paul's will be there, but we'll be a fool to think that St. Coleman's are finished. They will be back, and their track record has shown that they will win the McCrory again, and that'll be definite.
You want the people to come then, when is it, next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, what I would love to see, and it's right throughout the community, right across the board, whether you're going to go on a bike for 5 minutes, whether you're just going to be part of it, hockey clubs, Gaelic clubs, rugby clubs, music societies, you name it, anybody. It is going to be a social event, and the main aim is to support these four very worthy charities.
Tell them again the charities.
And the four charities are the Southern Area Hospice, Marie Curie, Macmillan, and the Children's Hospice.
I wish you well, Bill.
And thank you very much.
Make a lot of money for these guys.
Well, hopefully we can.
Bless you.
Thank you very
Take
much.
care.